Wow. You hear about this? Fiat Chrysler CEO Sergio Marchionne is no fan of electric cars, even his own.
Rolling out as a CEO of Fiat Chrysler and showing you the new 500 electric, which I do have. I hope you don't buy it, because if I sell one, it cost me $14,000. Right? So I'm honest enough to tell you that I will make the car, I'll make it available, which is my requirement, but I will sell the limit of what I need to sell and not one more. If we just build those vehicles, we'll be back in Steve's successor's office in Washington asking for a second bailout because we'll be bankrupt by Christmas.
Wow, talk about a blunt message, right, from the head of one of the world's largest automakers. So washing it out of the way to Texas Republican Congressman Louie Gohmert, who says we need to take Sergio's advice. By the way, the Steve to whom he was referring was former car czar Stephen Ratner. Congressman, what do you make of what he was saying?
Well, it's just what you and I both feared in the fall of 2008 when there was the bailout frenzy, the TARP, and we knew that this was coming. It was why you don't want government in the business of private enterprise, because you have to make and sell cars where you lose $14,000 per car. I think you remember FDIC chair, former chair Isaac said, look, we could bring $1 trillion in overseas banks in here and bail out, Chrysler, GM. But, oh, no, this administration forced the sale to Fiat, and once the government creates a corporation as your partner, then they're going to tell you you got to sell a car that's going to cost you $14,000. There will be a time for electric car potentially, but right now that time is not here. And so it's costing the government. It's not just costing him $14,000 a car. Look at all the money that we have propped up this industry with, and just like he says, he's being very honest, they're going to have to come ask for another bailout because of the bogus policies of this administration.
But if you think about it, Congressman, you mentioned how it was forced into the arms of an Italian automaker, Fiat, that is Chrysler. But if we knew at the time in the rescue of Chrysler and GM that one of them, in the case of Chrysler, would be rescued right into a foreign automaker's clutches, we probably would not have rescued it at all and just let that happen anyway, right?
Well, no, they saw that this was happening, and actually, if you remember, Ruth Bader Ginsburg put a 24-hour hold on the bankruptcy plan. It violated bankruptcy law, it violated the Constitution, and I asked someone at the Supreme Court, why in the world did you let that unconstitutional, illegal plan go through, and then Chrysler ends up in Fiat's hands, for heaven's sake? So, well, the administration's scared, apparently scared enough the court.
But you astutely pointed out
force this to happen, everybody
right, but you point out, I wish we had a lot of time, but we don't. Very quickly, I mean, you worried about the precedent this set, because then we were bailing out college loans and everything else. It hasn't stopped, has it?
It hasn't stopped. It gets worse, and we have got to get the government to go through withdrawal and stop playing in the private enterprise business.
All right, Congressman, very good having you.
Thanks so much,
Thank you, my friend.